Hey guys, and welcome to Biscuits Total War. This is Biscuits giving you a 3 versus 3 online commentary for Rome Total War. And this is going to be my 40th, no not 40th, this is actually going to be my 50th replay that I've put online for 31k battles and a mixture of CWB games. So what I thought I'd do is bring something a bit odd, bring something a bit different, because a lot of the factions that we use tend to be usually exactly the same. So with this replay, what we're going to have is we're going to have the Scythians, we're going to have the Dacians, we're going to have Spain, we're going to have Gaul, we're going to have the rebels, and we're going to have the Armenians. So a really varied mixture. The rules are still 31k, but the factions are somewhat different. Now I've brought along the Scythians, and I'm playing alongside Zerberys from the Heaven clan. He's bringing the Dacians, and then we've got Paladinbob, who's bringing the Spain, or the Spanish. And we're going to be playing up against Tig from the Old Brotherhood clan, who's bringing the Armenians. The reason why he's bringing the Armenians is Tig, if you don't already know, is from Armenia. Then we've got Pompey, who's here, who's going to be bringing the rebels. And Kataclysm of the Brotherhood clan, who is bringing the Gauls. Now, I've got no idea where Kataclysm's from, but I wish them all the best. So we'll have a quick little look at the breakdown of the armies. I'll quickly pause this for a few moments. I have brought the Scythians, so the Scythians pretty much consist of archers and headhunting maidens. So I've got 6 headhunting maidens, followed by, I believe it's about 10 or so chosen archers, and then the rest standard archers. So it's pretty much archers and cav, a really heavy skirmish build. And then Zerberys, you'd normally think would bring a bunch of archers with the Dacians, but he's actually brought quite a few infantry units. He's brought 6 cav units, which is fairly standard, but then he's brought 9 chosen swordsmen and then 4 warband, which tend to be more of a lighter infantry. So it's basically 6 cav and 14 infantry units. And then if we have a look at Paladinbob, he's gone for more of a mixture build. I believe he has got about 9 bull warriors, it looks like, and 1 Scythia, I believe. So a bunch of infantry, 6 long shield cav, which are fairly lightish cav, followed by 4 Balearic slingers. So a fairly balanced build there. And we're going to be going up against Tig, who's playing as the Armenians, as I mentioned. He's got the rebels and then the Gauls. So I'll quickly give an outline of the enemy. Tig has brought 6 cataphracts, which is fairly standard. And then he's brought 14 heavy pikemen, so a fairly good build there. And then with the rebels, with Pompey, he has brought 2 Amazon chariots. Now this is going to be fairly standard. If anybody brings rebels to 31k, you know they're going to bring 2 Amazon chariots, followed by usually 4 barbarian chariots. They're really good when it comes to the chariots. The next thing that the rebels are really good at is their archers. They've got Cretan archers which are available to them, which they're really good. But the one thing that the rebels lack is infantry. They have got these mercenary hoplites, but they're pretty poor, to be honest. They're better than the Armenian infantry, but they're nothing compared to, say, Royal pikemen or bronze shield pikemen. And then last but not least, we've got Kataclysm using the Gauls here. He or she has brought a bunch of chosen swordsmen, a druid, which is going to be really good to boost the morale, a general's bodyguard, a couple of light infantry, and he's also got, or she's got, 6 archer warbands hidden around the back there, which you can't see at the moment because they can hide. So let's start this battle off. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to shift my army right into the centre to try and help out my allies, to help out the Dacians and to help out the Spanish, because I can't go one-on-one with these guys because I've got no infantry. But what I can do is get into a nice defensive formation and try and skirmish these guys. The other thing that I've got are these headhunting maidens. Now they're going to be really good at taking out these cataphracts, because the headhunting maidens have got a bonus against heavily armoured cav, and that's exactly what these cataphracts are. My real pain is going to be dealing with these chariots, because if these chariots get into my lines, they should be able to run amok, or basically cause a lot of my units to mass rout, and that's what we want to avoid, because the morale is so low on these troops. We want to try and avoid that at all costs. So that's why I'm going to try and get my archers right behind these Dacians. So I'll speed it up just for a couple of moments. As you can tell from the timer in the top left hand corner or the top right hand corner, this replay is not a super long one, and that's primarily because the morale for these barbarian units is just so low. They will easily rout when it comes to mass routes and bits and pieces like that. So here we go. It looks like Tig is going to go in for a full frontal charge into these guys. So what I'm going to try and do is get my cav units right behind here and try and fend off these units from crashing into these Dacian infantry. Because these cataphracts, I don't know what the upgrades are, I imagine they're pretty much maxed out. So if they get a decent charge right into the centre here, it's probably going to cause a mass rout. So I've stuck my cav right behind these Dacians to try and fend them off. Next thing, in comes Paladinbob. He's got his Spanish troops here. He's throwing off Pila into these guys. They're doing a lot of damage, but again, these pikemen, they aren't great, to be honest. They should, you know, they will basically mass rout if you get a decent charge into them. So I've got my guys now into range, so I'm going to be loosing all of these archers now. I'm going to be firing relentlessly into any troops that I can possibly get. And whilst they're doing this, you can see they're now going to move their chariot archers into range, and they're slowly going to come around this side here. So to try and litigate that, or litigate against that, we're going to try and hold our ground in the centre. Now in comes Tig. He's going to come in with a massive charge here. Let's have a look what's going to happen. He's going to bash straight through the lines here. That's caused one rout, probably another rout. Now we're going to try and counter this. I'm going to send in my in comes my cav, and as they come in, the chariot archers now going to sweep around the side here and start to munch up my archers around the back. But I want to try and push back these cataphracts, so I'm going to push in with my cav, and in comes Zerberys with his cav, and we're trying to surround these Armenian pikes. Hopefully we can cause them to mass rout. I'm now going to get all of my archers and fire them all into these Armenians. So you can see they're now being panicked by fire. And now in comes the rebel chariots. They're going to try and push back my archers so that I can't shoot into these Armenians. And then they're going to peel back and try and surround these Spanish troops. And if you have a little look here, if you pause it for 2 seconds, you'll see that all of these units are fighting by chariots. So they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, these rebel chariots. They're coming in here, causing a mass rout with these Dacians. And in comes the Gauls, in come the rebel, and they're pushing us back. I'm trying to get my archers here, I'm trying to shoot them around this side here. I'm going to move my cav around the back and try and mop up some of these cataphracts, a few of these archers. Make sure they don't come back into the battle. Once I've done that, I'm going to try and aim towards these units here, because the Gaul general, if I can try and take him out, that might just try and lower the morale for all of these Gaul units. In the meantime, we're trying to relentlessly fire in all of these units here. You can see we're shooting down these Armenians on the back here. We're shooting down these Gauls. These Spanish are pretty much wedged in the middle, they're holding their ground. They are pretty good, those bull warriors, but they're not going to be able to keep it for too much longer. And you can see they're now starting to break. So that's pretty much Spain infantry out of the picture. The Dacians are pretty much out there, apart from their cav.
The enemy has killed the leader of your allies.
There we go. The Spanish are now gone. I'm frantically trying to take out this Gaul general here. They must have his upgrades up on absolute max because they haven't routed yet. In comes the Dacians to give me a hand to try and take out this Gaul general. And eventually we've got him. But we've managed to take him out, but we've basically lost all of our infantry now. So I've got my archers. I'm trying to shoot everything I've got into this big pile of enemy here, trying to kill as many guys as I possibly can. So I've got these units going in there, these units firing in there, those units. So literally got a semicircle of Scythian archers pasting these guys as much as I possibly can. My cav unit's going to try and chase down a few of these units here, getting a few kills, and then I'm probably going to try and pull them back just to try and help out my archer units. It's a bit of a crazy matchup, to be honest. You don't normally see so much skirmishing going on, and I'm sure if you were to see more skilled players doing this, they probably would have pulled off a victory. But unfortunately, I'm getting my ass whooped at the moment. But we have played well. I thought Paladinbob played really well, Zerberys played really well, and it is a bit of an interesting matchup, to be honest. It's not every day that you see the Scythians taking on the Armenians. There we go, taking out the Armenian general. But although their morale has probably hit rock bottom, these Armenians, they've still got loads and loads of infantry to try and kill. All these rebels got to try and kill. And we have got loads of archers, but it's not going to be enough to finish them all off, I don't think. So what's going on now? I'm going to pull my cav now. Probably going to try and charge them all into these units here. In comes the Dacians, trying to take out one last unit of the Gauls. I'm going to send my guys in here, try and kill a few of these chosen swordsmen. Let's have a look. Here they come. One last charge before the battle's up. And these guys are absolutely shattered, or women are absolutely shattered. They've got their axes out, but they're probably going to rout any moment now. There you go, my guy's now routed. It's just now the Dacians and my archers left. Dacian's going to come in for one last charge. Try and kill as many of these guys as possible, but the upgrades on these Gauls are absolutely formidable. They can hold their ground nice and easy against these cav units, and these cav units are absolutely shattered, so they're going to rout any time now. One last unit, and they go. Now the only thing left in this battlefield is just me and these archers. These archers on skirmish mode, they are being chased down. I could basically keep on standing my ground and keep them running around the battlefield for much longer, but I know I'm not going to win this. They've got archers, I've got archers, but they've got a hell of a lot of infantry, and I believe they still have a few cav units, so they should be able to mop me up pretty quickly, easily. So on that little note, I decided to throw in the towel and let the guys take the victory nice and easily. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. It was something totally new to the channel. I've never had Scythia, never had Dacians in Spain, the Gauls, the rebels and the Armenians playing together. It probably won't go on the channel for some time. I won't get this matchup again for some time anyway. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And this video should be going up probably last video of the year, I'm guessing. So if you're watching this, happy Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. Thanks so much for watching my videos this year, and hope you guys enjoy 2015. I've got loads more videos planned, a few more series in the pipeline, so stay in touch, and please guys, leave a little comment, leave a little thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do. So this is Biscuits signing out, wishing you all the best, and catch you guys soon, okay? Bye now.